Born from the pulsating negative energies that permeate the Shadowfell, even the indomitable power of a dragon succumbs to its corrupting touch, undergoing a haunting transformation into the chilling and unnerving Shadow Dragon after mere years of exposure to the plane of shadows. Shadow dragons occupy a unique space among monsters, lurking in the shadows of the unwritten tales, capable of assuming the role of a formidable antagonist tailored to match the power level of your adventuring party. In the treacherous and cutthroat Underdark, even mind flayers tremble in the face of a rampaging dragon infused with the fell essence of the Shadowfell. Shadow Dragon Abilities: Necrotic Resistance. Gain resistance to necrotic damage, fortifying against the dark forces intertwined with its essence. Sunlight Sensitivity. In sunlight, suffer disadvantage on attack rolls and sight-based perception checks. Skill Proficiency Stealth. Stealth is enhanced, doubling its effectiveness in remaining concealed. Living Shadow. Find resilience within dim light or darkness, gaining damage resistance to all forms of harm except force, radiant, or psychic damage. Shadow Stealth. Vanish effortlessly within dim light or darkness, utilizing a bonus action to conceal oneself. Bite. Any additional damage inflicted by the dragon's bite, such as fire or poison, transforms into necrotic damage, echoing its shadowy nature. Shadow Breath. The dragon's destructive breath weapon undergoes a profound alteration, dealing necrotic damage. Also, beware the dire consequence, as victims reduced to 0 hit points by the shadow breath meet their demise, only to be reborn as an obedient undead shadow, acting immediately after the dragon's turn. Shadow Dragon Biology. Feeding upon the carrion of fallen prey, these dragons prefer the spoils of death over fresh sustenance. Within their lairs, it is not uncommon to discover pits brimming with lifeless bodies, providing an unexpected boon for daring adventurers. Radiating an aura of ominous power, shadow dragons are beings infused with the planar energies of the Shadowfell. Thriving in the depths of darkness, their scales adopt a charcoal hue, subtly shimmering with a faint metallic sheen. Translucent wings blend seamlessly in the shadows, while opalescent gray eyes replace the vibrant color of their ancestral lineage, fading into the abyss of darkness. When shrouded in the veil of darkness, a shadow dragon assumes a spectral form, akin to a haunting shadow cast upon the world. Transformation. The metamorphosis from a true dragon to a shadow dragon unfolds over the course of years. However, given the dragon's propensity for extended periods of slumber, they may awaken to the startling realization of their complete transformation. Portals bridging the material plane in the Shadowfell often materialize in places steeped in desolation or the darkest recess of dungeons and caverns, tainted by the echoes of countless lost adventurers, sometimes even within a dragon's own lair. The plane of Shadowfell itself yearns for the presence of dragons, their majestic magic a wellspring to be drained. As the dragon witnesses the fading hues of their scales, an unyielding melancholy engulfs their being. Despite their physical decline, they find themselves trapped in a desensitized state, embracing the shadowy saturation as despair slowly erodes their essence. Once the transformation is complete, the corruption bestowed by the Shadowfell remains, impervious to the passage of time spent in the material plane. Aging. Unlike mortal beings, dragons do not succumb easily to the ravages of time. While they may appear immortal to humans, dragons possess a finite lifespan. Although the precise duration remains elusive, it is believed that around 1500 years marks the onset of age-related deterioration. Dragons progress through 12 stages of life, mirroring the growth cycle of humans from juveniles to elders. Although this progression has been condensed into 5 stages for the ease of mortal understanding, the beginning and the end remain unchanged. A dragon commences its existence as a wormling, reaching maturity after 5 years, while the ultimate stage of life, the Great Worm, is reserved for dragons over 1200 years old. As dragons mature, they grow in power, often accompanied by a corresponding increase in size. Legends recount dragons spanning over 100 feet in length, truly exemplifying their majestic grandeur. Dragon species. Dragons in the material planes are typically classified into 3 categories, resembling noble families. The chromatic dragons, including red, green, and other species separated by their spectrum, are the most encountered by adventurers. Aligned with evil, these dragons worship the malevolent dragon queen Tiamat, and are notorious for their greed and malicious nature. On the other hand, metallic dragons are often associated with forces of good. Brass, platinum, and gold dragons are among the metal-separated species. They revere the just god Bahamut, and are renowned for their wisdom and benevolence. The rarest of the three are gem dragons, such as topaz, emerald, and amethyst dragons. They form a notably neutral family of dragons, originating from a progenitor dragon. However, Sardior, the ruby dragon, is believed to have perished long ago. The first line of gem dragons is said to have emerged from the corpse of this lesser deity. Planar dragons are a rare find in the material plane and encompass a broader category of dragon species native to or continuously created in other planes. Fairy dragons, astral dragons, and axial dragons are among the other planar dragons. While shadow dragons primarily hail from the Shadowfell, any of the aforementioned dragons can be corrupted into a shadow dragon. This can occur by spending excessive time in the Shadowfell or, in some rare cases, by consuming a portal to the Shadow Plane. The only type of dragon excluded from this classification is the Dracolich. As undead beings, Dracoliches have forsaken their draconic nature for greater forbidden power. However, a shadow dragon can potentially be transformed into a Dracolich. Shadow dragon behavior. The corruption of the Shadowfell has made shadow dragons inherently paranoid of light. Old habits and preferred napping spots have become uncomfortable, if not painful, for these creatures. Although their previous biting and clawing attacks may still prove useful in close combat, a shadow dragon prefers to move from shadow to shadow while unleashing devastating shadow breath upon their foes. A cunning shadow dragon will amass a large army of undead shadows, making hunting and killing more manageable tasks. Those who seek to hunt and slay a member of its species must be prepared to face a horde of undead shadows, even if they don't initially appear to have any lumbering nearby. While shadow dragons are mighty and immensely powerful, they excel in stealth above all else. Magic users can summon light to dispel their darkness and blind them with various spells. A shadow dragon is not bound to the ground, even within a cave. Capable of climbing as fast as they walk, these beasts often cling to the top of caverns, blending with the shadows in areas beyond the reach of torches. Shadow Dragon Horde. One notable weakness of the Shadow Dragon is their vulnerability to well-lit spaces, which compels them to amass a hoard of treasures that entice roguelike individuals across the Forgotten Realms. Within their horde, one can find items that cast darkness spells, invisibility potions, and charms that manipulate shadows in incredible ways. These treasures are often awaiting for anyone who manages to defeat a shadow dragon, unless the dragon chooses to utilize them beforehand. In addition to darkness-producing magical items, shadow dragons collect dark-colored gems, prioritizing those that lack transparency. While some of these gems may not be of significant monetary value, the dragons also appreciate dark-colored stones and lava rocks that they find aesthetically pleasing. The Shadowfell. The Shadowfell, also known as the Plane of Sorrows, the Shadow Deep, or Shadowland, is one of the most well-known sections of the Shadowfell. Legends suggest that during the creation of the universe, two mirror planes were formed as echoes of the prime material. The Feywild was designated for the parts considered too vivid and bright, while the Shadowfell became a realm of desolation, echoing all that was dark and decayed. Unlike the Feywild, which entices with its enchanting beauty and deadly wonders, the Shadowfell stands as a testament to bleakness, bareness, and brokenness. Exposure to this plane can corrupt individuals through the desolate emptiness or the pervasive necrotic energies woven into its fabric. The Shadowfell and its inhabitants thrive on negative emotions. Fortunately, the conditions required for a crossing between the material and the Shadowfell are much rarer, resulting in fewer portals connecting the two planes. In the Shadowfell, light is an elusive commodity. The skies are devoid of any semblance of stars, with even the black holes feeding on the deceased echoes of the material. It is a realm where darkness prevails, feeding on negative energies and harboring cosmic terrors that can only be rivaled by the astral behemoths, the Underdark. The Underdark, a vast labyrinth of tunnels and caverns, stretches beneath the surface of Trill, the planet where the Forgotten Realms exist. It is a realm inhabited by various denizens, including mind flayers, drow civilizations, disgraced demons, and shadow dragons. Not all regions of the Underdark are easily accessible from one another. The vast expanse is divided into several domains, akin to continents in the world above. These domains are further segregated by the unique geography of the Underdark, including parallel cavern clusters that may run congruent but not always connected. The Upper Dark comprises the first 3 miles beneath the surface and is home to a myriad of subterranean creatures. Below the Upper Dark lies the Middle Dark. Extending 7 miles deeper, this region serves as the primary location for numerous cities and civilizations. The Lower Dark, located 10 miles beneath the surface and beyond, is a treacherous realm harboring the most malevolent and dangerous beings. Within the depths of the Underdark, shadow dragon dens can be found, serving as the lairs of these elusive and cunning creatures. Their presence adds another layer of danger to an already perilous realm. Whether lurking in the shadows of the Shadowfell or establishing their dominance within the intricate depths of the Underdark, shadow dragons embody darkness, cunning, and an affinity for the subterfuge. They are formidable adversaries, best approached with caution and strategies that account for their stealthy nature and powerful undead minions. Download these images and more at greenlionrpg.com or Patreon.